Welcome to Financials with Ahau. It's a joy to be together with you again and a pleasure to continue to speak on the Making Wealth series as we build up on our conversation today on starting young. Again, this is one of my favorite because it just speaks on the power of time, it speaks on the power of getting on the journey, and it speaks on the power of beginning to do what you should do right from where you're at. So, allow me to continue to share, partially from my journey. So whenever we talk of starting young, I think of it as the time you come to the place of knowledge. And I'll say this again and again. Yes, the younger you are in your teens, in your 20s, 30s, 40s, when you get this knowledge, the better. But at whatever point you come across, that is young and that is when you start, because there is still time to make the difference that you need to make for your financial well-being. Starting young looks like beginning to plan about your life with a future in perspective. It means thinking through, what am I doing today, and in the next few years, financially, how well would I like to be based on the decisions I'm making right now for a better tomorrow. It means learning to live without borrowing from the future. So many of us are borrowing from the future and we don't even realize it. We could even be borrowing in terms of strength. We could be borrowing in terms of just saying, I'll start this when I start this, yet we really just need to start it ASAP because it needs to get done. Now, starting young can be challenging because the people around you may not understand. And this one, I'll take it now on the age perspective of maybe you're in your late teens, like 18, 19, probably just finishing high school or coming into college or waiting to go to university or to decide what you're doing next. And you're just asking yourself, what decisions am I going to make towards my financial well-being? And some of the things happening around you will not even be geared towards this because probably you don't have an income, you're still finding direction on the career path you want to take, choosing a course. Universities and colleges just look like a whole maze, but it's a place where you can start by just asking yourself, even as I make these decisions towards my future, I want to make it with my financial well-being in perspective. And I'll share a story. It's a beautiful experience I had forgotten about. But as I started to work on this series, I remembered it. When I was in high school, it should be around Form 2. Our school, we would, first year, Form 1, you all sleep together as Form 1s, but the other forms, you'd be in rooms and you'd be mixed, so Form 2s, 3s, and 4s. So during my Form 2, I happened to share a room with Form 3s and Form 4s. And there were more Form 4s in our room. That becomes a very studious room because they're preparing for exams and all of that. So I remember I had a roommate and we just became friends and began to have conversations on finance. And one of the things she told me when we began Form 1 is, Patricia, it would be good to save. I can help you save. And it was a very simple, beautiful journey. Just her telling me, think of keeping money aside, that your money takes you through the term, and that you even have something extra to start with next term or to go and buy things during the holiday. And believe it or not, that year I saved. I don't think I had really understood finance even as we did the saving with her, but when I reflect back, it was very foundational because that is also the year that I chose to do accounts all the way through to Form 4, and I was among the last people who got to do accounts and commerce as separate units before it became business studies. And I realized that I was put on this path by someone who was intentional about wanting to help me. And after that, we lost touch. And when I think about it, I'm like, thank you. She didn't know that she was putting me on such a good path, but it was the beginning of a journey of just beginning to think about financial wellness from a very wholesome perspective. So that's one of my stories. There are a lot more stories to share, but I invite us that no matter where we are at, we can start young, start on this journey towards financial well-being. Thank you for listening. It's Ahau, and I'm looking forward to the next session together. Keep writing the goals you want to achieve and working on them. See you soon. It's Ahau, and God bless you.